I have had such a love-hate relationship with this product that I had no idea what type of video to put this in, so I decided to give it its own video. Hey guys, welcome back to Sheri Proof. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, welcome. And if you are already part of the Sheri Proof family, thank you so much for coming back. If this type of content is helpful for you, please remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope that you will continue to stick around. Today we are going to be talking about the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder by Danessa Myricks. I have had this for several months. I have tried it in many ways, and while I know there are thousands of reviews already on YouTube, I wanted to give you this video to let you know everything you need to know about this product before you purchase it to make the decision about whether or not it's going to be right for you. Now, if you are a makeup fan, then you probably heard about this product launch earlier this year. It has really gotten a lot of hype. I have seen reviews where people have gone literally crazy in love with this product, and I've also seen reviews where there are people who completely hate this product, and after using it and trying it in many different ways over the last couple of months, I could completely understand, and I think I have a good idea as to who might really love this and who this might not be for. First of all, let me just say that Danessa Myricks is a phenomenal makeup artist, and she has really set a standard in terms of the looks that she goes for and the types of products that she loves to use, and she has obviously translated that as a makeup artist into the products that she brings to the market when it comes to her makeup offerings, from her complexion products and her eye products, and she has a lot of multifunctional products, and this is no different. This really is a multifunctional product, especially the way they've marketed it and has shown it to be. So let's talk a little bit about this product before we go into what my thoughts are on this. So this is described as a texture reducing, coverage boosting, blurring balm that balances oil throughout the day while maintaining hydration. It is a complexion product that comes in 11 shades, including a universal shade, which is completely clear. Now, if you haven't seen it before, first of all, the packaging is to die for. It is a beautiful bronze, very upscale, luxury looking type of compact. It actually does come with a little spoon at the top here, and there is a lovely little slot so that you can actually keep it in securely, and then when you open it you actually see the product inside. Now, I have only purchased one. I did go for one of the shades as opposed to the universal, which is the clear, but I will talk about that later in this video. I actually have shade 6 in case anybody is wondering, and it is the shade of my skin tone. I did eyeball it and it worked out really well for me in that sense. As you would have heard in the description, this product is a balm that sets into a powder, and when I first got it and I opened it, I was like, oh no, I'm not putting that on my oily skin because it literally looks as though it's going to be like a type of cream foundation, and it really does go on in terms of that texture, but very, very quickly it does become a type of powder on the skin. It does give you a matte finish on the skin. Why this thing got really popular, especially because of the marketing, is because they heralded that this contained a groundbreaking ingredient called oxalate. The interesting thing about this ingredient is that it was actually discovered by accident. A student at Uppsala University in Sweden left equipment running over the weekend, and when they came back, they discovered a new material with unheard of absorbent properties. So oxalate is really an ultra porous form of magnesium carbonate, and once they realized the properties of this ingredient, which they named oxalate, they realized that it could literally revolutionize makeup, skincare, hair care products, anything that really needs that mattifying power. This ingredient could definitely bring that. Oxalate absorbs sebum at a rate faster than the materials that we are accustomed to. In fact, it is twice absorbent as talc, which is what we will find in a lot of products, especially powders, for those of us who are oily and are looking for certain powders to kind of mattify the skin. One of the other interesting properties is that this is also water absorbent, and it is a product recommended especially for people who sweat a lot. But the porous structure of the material helps to scatter light when applied on the skin, which is why it gives that blurred effect on the skin. So oxalate is definitely the star of the show in this product, but just so that you know, it also does contain squalene derived from olive oil, which is one of those ingredients which can help to balance oil production in the skin, and it also contains hyaluronic acid, which is supposed to help with hydration in the skin. So all of this sounds really exciting, especially if you're somebody like me and you have oily skin, right? Danessa Myricks advertises and markets on her website and even in their talking and demonstration of the product that this is a multi-use product and there are different ways to use it. So your girl got down to trying most of these because of the one that I have. There are a couple that I probably couldn't try because it requires having more than one shade of this product. So let me just go through the many ways that you can actually use this. So the first way is actually as a primer, and you can use either the universal tint, which is completely clear, or you could use one of the tinted shades. Either is fine. This product is made so that it is easily used with your fingers. You can literally tap it in, apply it to your skin, blend it out, and it's done. Or you can actually use a dense brush if you prefer that way, and also apply it to the skin, and that will go on directly after your skincare before you apply your foundation or any other products on top, and it will work as a makeup primer. But it doesn't just work as a primer for your foundation. This can also be applied as a primer on your eyelids. So if you are somebody that gets really oily eyelids and that affects the longevity of how your eyeshadow wears, then this is also going to be great. Another lovely trick that I discovered is that you could also apply this to your brow area, because there are some people that actually get really oily in the brow, and you will see like the rest of the face looking one way, and if you look around the brow you can actually see the shine. This is one of those things that you could actually apply in the brow area, comb it out before you actually go ahead and fill in your brows, and it really does work well in that sense. The other way they recommend is to highlight and contour. Now, because of the shades in this particular line, it is done and it is made so that you can choose different shades to apply to different parts of your face. So that is actually if you're probably trying to do a makeup look or a complete complexion look using these products, then you do have the option, I guess the same way you do have the option with foundations and concealers, to choose lighter shades, shades that your skin tones, or shades that are deeper to give you that particular look. So you could absolutely do that with this product if you probably didn't want to use another complexion product. The next recommended use is where this thing completely fell down for me, because they recommend that you could use it to set foundation, and they say that you could tap it on your foundation with fingers or use a dense brush. And let me just say right now that I've had several people over the last couple of months message me and ask me, Sheri, do you recommend the Blurring Balm by Danessa Myricks? And this has always been the area that completely threw me, because when the product just came out on the market, as I've mentioned, they did recommend that it is a multi-purpose product, and this was one of the ways that it was highly recommended. Now, obviously, that's going to appeal to me because I have oily skin, so I'm thinking I can apply my foundation, and I would love to have a powder product to set my foundation with Upsolite that's going to absorb sebum throughout the day. So that actually really appealed to me, and that was the number one reason I actually purchased this product. However, I have tried this so many times. I looked at a couple of videos, I looked at different techniques, I tried different brushes, I tried my fingers. Every single time applying this on top of my foundation to set it messed up my entire face. I have had to do over my makeup every single time. It's smeared because the nature of the product is such that even if you use a dense brush and you are tapping it on, which is what they recommend, and obviously tapping is going to be better than actually swiping or pulling, because for sure you can see mess is going to happen. But when you have to tap that product and you are tapping, you are going to be using, in my opinion, a lot of product because of that tapping motion. And then I feel like I absolutely need something to kind of smooth that over. And even if you're using your fingers, when you apply, even if you tap, you're going to have to be tapping a long time to make sure that you set that without smearing. That for me is too much work. And I mean, I could use other powders, and honestly, I prefer the finish of that instead of using this to set my foundation. The other ways that they recommended, and again, I'm going based on what Danessa Myricks has on her website, is to add a sheer coverage. And they say you press and roll in an even layer on textured or oily areas of the skin. Absolutely agree with that, because you can absolutely use this as a primer, but you could just also use this as like an everyday product, whether or not you're going with makeup on top. The other way they said is to set and add a coverage using one of the tinted shades. So in other words, if you use the universal tint, which is completely clear, you will get the blurring effect on the skin. You will get the oil control throughout the day. But if you use one of the tinted versions, you will also get a little bit of coverage, especially if that's something that you need. Now, something that's very interesting is that they also say that it will adjust, because of the uniqueness of its formula, to the needs of your skin with regards to sebum control and oil absorption throughout the day. Now, I would have just gone through the ways that they recommend that you can use this product because it is marketed as a multi-purpose product. But on that very same page on the website, they've also included some clinical results of this product being used on 31 women over a period of time, but they've only presented the results of it used in two ways. One, as a primer under foundation, and two, when it's worn alone. Very interesting, because I would have loved to see the results of this being used on top foundation and what other consumers had to say about it during this clinical trial. When worn as a primer under foundation, these were the results in that study. It makes foundation apply smoothly. I absolutely agree. It blurs the appearance of pores. I absolutely absolutely agree. And it increased the coverage of foundation. And that's if you were using a tinted shade, because you will get a little bit of coverage already on your skin. And then if you're putting your foundation on top, it's just going to add more coverage. Now, when used alone, these were the results. It instantly reduced shine by almost 50%. Skin appeared less oily throughout the day. It leaves a natural matte finish. It looks more natural than powder. So far, I'm absolutely agreeing with everything based on my experience. It absorbed sweat throughout the day. So I don't really have that much of a sweating problem throughout the day. So I can't really say yay or nay. But Upsolite does have that water absorbent properties. So I could see where that probably comes from. And then the last one that people noticed was a reduction in the appearance of pore size and visible fine lines. So my thoughts on this. First of all, the product does have a smell. It smells kind of soapy to me, but the scent is not very strong. In fact, now I don't even smell it anymore. I only remember it has a scent because I will hear people say, oh yeah, and it has a scent. I'm like, it does? And then I'll have to go back again and kind of remember. I guess it's because I use this so frequently now that I don't even realize. But the thing about it is this has become a product that I use almost every day, multiple times a week. And while I had that love-hate relationship with this product, it's really because of use and how this product is used. So I'm going to say right away that if I had to use this to set my foundation, then this would be a complete no for me. And if that's why you were thinking about using or purchasing this product, forget it. It's going to completely mess up your foundation. At least unless you have an extra 15-20 minutes, go ahead and tap, 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 tap. I don't have that time. However, let me talk about the two ways that they actually presented in terms of how people used it in their clinical study. And those are the two ways that I would absolutely recommend using this product. And I think it's definitely groundbreaking in that area. And that's one as a primer, because it absolutely does work to help control those oils throughout the day. Your oils, when they do come through, it'll be much later than you would have without this product or even with other primers. I find that Upsolite in this product works really, really well. And because of this, I have been able to make use of more of my dewy foundations because they just wear better and longer on my skin. And that's one of the reasons why I have been really reaching for it as a primer under my foundation. For example, today I am wearing the LYS Beauty foundation, and that is a foundation that really does have like a natural, nice glow. Nothing crazy, not a dewy foundation at all, but it will usually leave my skin with a nice glow. Once I wear it on top of this, that foundation looks a lot matter. It wears longer for me for sure. If you do pair this with a matte foundation, sis, you're bulletproof. In fact, you may definitely have to make sure that you put on a lot of highlight, probably set with more glowy powders, probably use a setting spray that's going to give you a natural glow because the skin is definitely going to be matte. The other way that I absolutely love using this is on its own. And when I say on its own, meaning that I am not going to apply makeup afterward or anything like that. I'm just using it to help control my oils. So on most days when I'm not wearing makeup and after I have completed my skincare and my sunscreen has set, I will actually just take some of this with my fingers, apply it on my skin, just blend it out. It just makes my skin look like my skin is just better looking because of the way it kind of diffuses the light. And absolutely, I use it because of the control of the oil. And if you're somebody that probably doesn't wear makeup daily, but you definitely want something that's going to help you a little bit to control the shine, whether it is all over the face in my case because I'm oily, or you are a combination, you just get oily on the T-zone because you can absolutely apply it just in those areas as well. This works phenomenal. In fact, because of this product as well, I have also been able to use a lot of my dewy sunscreens, which on their own I probably wouldn't finish. I could use them, apply it on top. It definitely takes down the shine and my skin just looks a lot better. Well, the way that I want it to look. Now, a lot of the people who have hated this product are people with dry skin. And this is something that's going to absorb sebum immediately when applied as well as throughout the day. So if you are dry skin, which means that you already have less oils in your skin, I really don't think this product is going to be for you. You will probably absolutely hate it. I have seen, however, there are some people with dry skin that really prep their skin. They will put on like a lot of hydration products and they will probably be going in with extremely dewy foundations, but they probably just want to have a little bit of control. So they will use it in their T-zone and so on. And skin prep will be extremely important. And if you don't want to be bothered with all of that, just simply find another primer or product. This one may not be for you. I completely understand the concept of wanting to have this product because it really looks like nothing on the skin. It does not look like you're wearing makeup unless you really, really build it up. And so that look can be very appealing. But I feel for dry skin people, there's so many things on the market that are available that's going to give you that glow and that dew that looks very natural looking on the skin that, you know, I was happy that there was something that came out for us oily skin people, you know. Now, let's not forget the price because this is 36 US and it is only 18 grams of product, which is not a lot. And given that I have been using this so frequently, as you can see, I have already hit pan, and I am not using this heavily in the way I've seen some people using it, like as a complete like complexion coverage product where I'm really packing on. I have been using just a little bit of this to smooth over my skincare or as a primer before foundation. So while I've been making use, I have already hit pan, and that is not usual for me in products in terms of how quickly. So you also have to weigh the cost and see how well this can fit in your budget and probably decide how you're going to use it. I have seen several people talk about repurchasing this product and having backups already simply because they are going through it so quickly as well. Finally, really and truly, if you have oily lids, oily brows, and you just need something for that area, I highly recommend this because it's not going to disturb how you do your eyeshadow on top, how you apply your brow products, but it is really going to give you that extra oil control in that area and help the longevity of your products. Because as you know, especially if you're somebody with oily skin, once the oils start to come through, it is going to start breaking down your makeup. And this is why products on other skin types may tend to last longer in terms of makeup, the application, and so on. Or you really have to try and use a combination of different techniques to extend the longevity on oily skin versus other skin types. That's my extremely detailed review on the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. Honestly, once I kind of got over the fact that this is not going to be for me on top of foundation, it really has become a holy grail. And yeah. I'm realizing that more and more because it's a product that I'm reaching for very, very often in the ways that I mentioned that I use it. Have you tried it before? Leave a comment down below. Are you guys interested in this product? What do you think about it? Oh, and before I forget, on the Danessa Myricks Instagram page, they actually do lives every Tuesday. Very detailed lives where she uses her products, talk about different techniques, and it's very, very useful for just developing your knowledge, your techniques, the way of using products and so on. So that's just a little bit of an extra tip. Definitely check their pages. They do it on both Instagram and I believe TikTok as well. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on that notification bell, leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for the love. I'll see you guys in another video, so take care. Bye.